Hey, welcome back to Shitoku Tech. In the previous couple Azure AD Connect videos, I indicated that I pretty much introduced a bunch of sync errors into my Azure AD. These users are no longer in Active Directory except for this one, AACO user 200, and I need to find a way to get them out of here. In my previous video, I figured out that turning off directory synchronization would be one possibility. Set MSOL DIRSync enabled DIRSync equals false. This is a traumatic step to take, and we're going to talk about that some more, so check it out. Again, I want to reiterate, turning off directory synchronization for Office 365 is traumatic. Do not try this in your production environment, at least not without engaging with Microsoft support. The last time I did it, it took over 72 hours, and what you don't understand is in the background, it changes the username's user principal name suffix. And the user doesn't know that, and they get basically disconnected from their service. They can no longer sign in to any of the Office 365 backend services. We were doing it as part of a hard match operation to migrate users between forests. Initially, it was only taking a few hours. We were doing it over the weekend. Well, the last time we did it, it stretched over Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I think into Tuesday at some point before we could regain access to Office 365, and we stopped doing that and started doing soft match migrations of Office 365 after that. So I just wanted to phrase all of that with the warning. So this looks like a relatively simple command to run, but it has a very impactful outcome, especially in a production environment. I wanted to go a little further. I did put up sync in the last video, so actually I'm running sync. There's no sense in disabling sync if you still have sync running, so this article goes on to talk about making sure that you set your AD sync scheduler to sync cycle enabled equals false. That way you don't have sync trying to go on while you've disabled sync. And this is interesting here too. If I want to clean up my directory, here he's saying I can leverage sync to help clean up before disabling Azure AD Connect, create an empty OU, rerun Azure AD Connect wizard, then select that empty OU to sync with, and it should delete all these users. So we're going to try that first and see if that solves my problem. But like I say, these users no longer exist in the directory, yet Azure AD sees them as all being in Active Directory. So we're going to try this first, sync an empty OU only and nothing else. So we'll give that a shot. Okay, so we're going to test this theory of configuring Azure AD Connect to only sync an empty OU, and that's going to solve all my problems. So I'm going to create a new organizational unit in my domain here. There we go. So we have an empty OU. So now we're going to go on and sync, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off the scheduler because you can't run the configuration of Azure AD Connect while the scheduler is on. So we're disabling the scheduler. Set AD sync scheduler sync cycle enabled equals false. There we go. So now we can run AD Connect setup. Let's see, we're going to customize synchronization options. All right, we don't need to add a directory. I think we're going to refresh here just for kicks. Okay, no new domains are added. Okay, there's my empty OU, so I'm going to, don't have any problem with the workstations. I'm going to switch empty OU and deselect the user object. So now I'm not syncing any user object. I'm syncing this empty OU. I'm going to hit next. Don't want to make any other changes. Next. Okay, we'll start the synchronization process. I'm going to go ahead and set this back to true at this point so we don't forget about it. Yeah, it's interesting. It let that command go through. All right. So it really only deleted the one user. I'm going to set everything back the way it was because it deleted the one user we didn't want to delete. And I guarantee you those other users are still there. Let's go look. Yeah, see, it deleted user 200, which we said was good. Let's go back into AAD. I'm going to refresh, and they're all still there. And we can't delete them, of course. Okay, we're going to have to deactivate sync. So I'm going to close this out. We're going to turn off the scheduler again. Okay, so the sync scheduler's off. Oh, let's see. Going to install the MS Online module. Yeah, I just built this sync server recently, so I didn't have NuGet or the MS Online module on here, so that's what I'm getting here. I'll have all the commands that I've done in PowerShell in this video in the comments below. And we're going to grab that command. So we're going to run connect MSOL service. All right. And let's go capture that command again. Okay. So set MSOL DirSync enabled. Enable DirSync equals false. So we should be able to go back into our directory. Users, all users. Let's go home, Azure Active Directory. Okay. Azure AD Connect is not enabled. Sync is never run. Is it already done? Well, let's go see. No, see, they're all Windows Server AD. So while we're logged in, yeah, see, it hasn't caught up here yet. So we're going back into Azure AD Connect while the sync scheduler is disabled, and we're going to fix the OU selection back the way it was before we started this. So there we go. We got workstations and user objects selected, and we don't have the empty OU selected. That was it. Now we don't want to start the synchronization. And again, most times I will not click that tick box there. I always like to start sync at my own time after the configuration process finishes. I just wanted to put things back the way they were before we started today. Alright, so I tried using one of my old scripts that would tell us when the synchronization status was no longer pending disabled but actually disabled. I didn't get the results I wanted from the script, so I'm not going to go into great detail here. Needless to say, by the time I got through messing around with the script, we ultimately see the users have been converted to cloud users. So let's check it out. When we go in and look here, these users are all converted to Azure Active Directory, so I would think we could select them all and delete them. Let's see. I don't want to work that hard. I'm just going to go through and click all these users and delete them. This way I can clean up my Azure AD here now that I have sync running again. Yes. So I could have scripted the removal of these users, but I didn't want to take a chance on deleting my administrative account, and it's late, I'm tired, I'm just going to click my way through. Alright. So now we can turn sync back on, and everything will be okay. So here we go. Turn on our sync scheduler. Going to start a sync again. Okay. Okay, so we got our one user back that we wanted synced up there. That's good. There's all our deleted users. Okay, mission accomplished. Again, we deactivated sync, deleted all the users after they were converted from AD to cloud, and then we enabled sync again. So it's all better now. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching Shitoku Tech. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share.